they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I just think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get 1 soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap, that's swag. I was looking in her eyes, she's looking in mine. Can't do that no more. Now everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you. Let's see. So put your 20 away, preachers. That 20 wasn't for you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on take your phone and stick it on the bucket. Shh. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk.
All right, so of course, I mean, everybody on social media, that clip, even I was playing that from the neighborhood talk, that joint was shared 45,000 times. When you talking about sometimes when people, we overuse the word viral, bro, when you get a joint and you look at the shares is in double digits thousands, you know for a fact a lot of people got a lot of opinions about what you was going on. That was one of them joints, you know for a fact everybody wanted to make sure, hey, I want to make sure you seen this. You make sure you sent that into your group chat, and of course everybody in the comment section will see and say, oh, this why I don't go to church, and this why I don't have it. Listen to what I'm telling you. 2 things. That to me is that will be the worst excuse for you not to go to church. I'd rather you sit here and say you just be too busy than you sit here and say I don't go to church because you see a clip like this and try to make it like all churches is like that, because it's not. Because I can tell you just off the strength of off the top of my head, just even the church City of Praise, they barely, I'm talking like literally wait into the last, like you can, service will be over, they literally wait the last 5 minutes to sit here and say do the whatever, send the basket around, and you can do your tithes and offers. I can go even a bigger pastor, super popular, everybody love him, Pastor Mike Jr. Don't do it at all. Literally, he wait until he will literally be the damn near the junk. We're about to go off the last one. Oh, I almost forgot. Send your tithes and offerings if you're gonna do the junk. Like every pastor not like this. So don't allow this one clip. Like I get it, if you want to have your jokes and you want to say whatever the case may be. Like I told you, I'm not no stand-up comedian, so I'm not here to make no jokes. I'm here to have real conversations. So I understand. People you just don't want to go to church anyway. You lazy. You just don't want to take time. And like I said, when I don't have no heaven or no hell to put y'all in. You'll figure out where you gonna go when it's your time to go. I ain't got nothing to do with that. All I'm just sitting here telling you is don't allow this clip, especially for you people who just go to bedside Baptist anyway. Don't allow this clip to sit here and make you like, oh, this is why I don't believe in no type of religion. Like, bro, you can literally, it's endless. I'm telling you for a fact, I can name you at least a solid good 5 pastors that really preach the house down, and you won't never hear them say nothing about no tithes and offerings until the end of their service. So it's just like, I get it, and that's why and even for him to be him, it kind of made it be like, damn, dog, you kind of crazy. Like, what you mean? Like, And even the $20 don't seem crazy because I've heard worse. I done sit here and heard like, oh, can we get $100 donations today? I want everybody in here to give up $100. Like he kept it clean for all the because people. Let's be clear. If you go to church, everybody who be on the stage with them, they do be acting like they somebody special. So I ain't mad at him for sticking them up for like, oh nah, y'all up here on this stage, give up 100. Y'all think y'all somebody? It costs to be up here. Give up a ball. You felt like you somebody. You on top of you on the pool pit. You feel like you above the people. You give up a ball. Everybody give up 20. Like somebody asking for $20 because that's all I'm gonna give you regardless. So for you to ask for the 20 piece, that to me don't seem crazy. And y'all spend $20 on worse. I understand if you don't go to church, it sounds nuts. Him telling the ushers to close the door. I think
that's the part.
What? Oh, telling the ushers to close the door?
Yeah, I think that's the part. That kind of. Because, like, all right, you about to hold me hostage if I don't give up 20. If I ain't got 20, I ain't bring cash. I don't have it.
I think it's all of it. I mean, you can't tell people that they can't feel that way. If that's been their experience with churches or pastors, and then they have a right to feel that way.
But most people, that ain't their experience.
It might be. How you know?
Because I'm gonna tell you why. For most people, you don't like. If you don't go to a mega church 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna sit here and say that because I told y'all that time I went to a church with a girl and the church was super small and the pastor kind of went crazy because he kind of like everybody was doing like I know for a fact about we talked about that on here. Maybe it was like maybe a couple of months ago now, and I remember and I went to a church with a girl and her church was smaller and the pastor and he literally like because everybody was doing it via what like an app or whatever the case may be, so he can look and see before the service was over. He's saying they only got $350, and the church may only hold like let's say the church hold 200 people. So he kind of felt some type of way like it's or even if it hold it 150, 175, it don't matter. He kind of felt like damn, everybody ain't even give up $5 because there's more people in here that it should be more than this $350. So I'm not sitting here saying that that's cool. Then that to me, even if you have seen this. Okay, a perfect example. If you had, this is just for everybody listening, we can just kind of even throw this into the room. Everybody that had bad sex before, that ain't stop you from having sex. So why sit here and let one experience with, if you've had this experience in real life with a pastor and you felt like this church was more about the money than they was about the word, why don't you keep that with everything else? You had one bad experience. It's not one person.
I don't think it's the bad experience, but because let's say I'm just there because I'm on my last dollar. I don't have nothing else. I came here to try to maybe get a hope prayer, you know what I'm saying, to, see another paycheck.
Cool, and you don't got to give nothing. Bro, they can say, listen what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. But the way that came off is close the door, nobody leaving until we make 40,000.
And everybody come up. Not just pass the plate around while you in your seat. Come up here and drop your money or put your phone on the thing. You putting people on the spot.
Like you making me obligated.
But listen to what I'm saying though. Guess what? I hear what y'all saying. The same way you could do a fake out on anything else. I could still went up there with my phone and fake like I was going to get a jump. Like what are we talking about? That's why I'm being serious right now.
Yeah, I mean no, because like I said, if I came,
but listen to what I'm saying. I've been to church 1,000,000 times, and guess what? I ain't done. If I ain't got it, I ain't got it, dog.
No, but I'm just saying that's how for you to come there and like I just came there because I need to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm down right now. I'm down bad, and then to hear that will turn you off. Then I'm like, oh damn, I'm not coming back to this shit.
And I'm gonna tell you, can I be honest with you? It depends on how good the preacher was. If he really smoked it, listen what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm saying. If the preacher really was, if you wait, let's just say if he waited the last 5 minutes or last 2 minutes before they was about to let everybody out, because even if he told them to close the door, that means the jump was over. Right. If he actually really preached a good word, you're gonna almost feel bad if you don't give something. That's if he really preached the word. Now, if this nigga was some pure, and this junk was just like I said, when I went to that with the girl, and I was like, bro, this message was mid as hell. Everybody was just hooping and hollering and running around the junk. The message really wasn't hitting on nothing. I don't feel obligated, but it's the same way. Just perfect example. Like if a girl, we could tie back into sex. If you sit here having sex with somebody and I'm talking, they blow your socks off, and then before they leave, they ask you, hey man, can I hold $10 real quick? And you know they just rocked your socks. You know that you owe them $10. I'm talking about gave you some of the best sex you done had in a long time. Bro, you giving up that $10. And if you don't got it, you're going to feel bad that you don't got it to give them because they just sit here and sent you to Mars. Like, that's all I'm just sitting here saying. I don't know how, but for most people.
But preaching is a job, right? So you're doing your job. I don't have to pay you every time for doing your job.
You feel that way because you just ain't. If you only, I'm gonna tell you the only reason why you feel that way is if you take time to actually just sit here and say, I'm gonna try to read just the regular Bible. Like don't get on no app where they make the words a little bit easier. If you try to just read the Old Testament, if you actually just sit here and say, I'm gonna read a page of the Old Testament. And then you hear, okay, let me read it, and then try to comprehend it. And then if you be like, damn, this shit too hard to read, because for most people, and that's why most people don't never read the whole entire Bible, because it becomes extremely hard to try to read. If when you do that, and then you understand how hard it is, it will make you respect a pastor 100 times more on how he can read this and understand it enough to where he can break it down and turn it into a message. I think for most people, if you don't take that time to actually read the Bible, you won't respect what he's doing because you feel like, oh, this shit ain't nothing anyway. Anybody can do this. You feel like anybody can do it until you actually try to read it and try to pay attention to what you read and try to see him be like, explain to me what you read. It's way harder than what it thinks. So to me, it's just like, I wouldn't sit here and be mad when teachers be like, they need a higher paid raise. When teachers be like, they need more money. I'm not mad at the teacher because I know how hard it is. Because I know how hard it was for me just to be a student. So I can only imagine how hard it was.
Okay, but hold on.
I'm paying the teacher.
No, right. And I'm glad you went to that. I'm glad you went to that because, like you said, a teacher. So if your teacher was to sit here, oh, you can't leave this class until I just taught this class. I just gave you the best, lesson ever. You can't leave this class until everybody give me $10. How would you feel?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Like I said, it just depends. I feel like if you actually like the picture you even try to paint, Marcus, when you sit here and said, if I'm going to church and I'm really on my dick and I'm really hurting, and if you let's just sit here and say if all you had was $10 to your name, and maybe you only gave up $5. Like I said, I've been to church plenty of times and ain't put up nothing because I ain't have it at the time. Cool, I'm here. I'm literally going through it right now. I'm just in here on a hope and a prayer. I don't got it. I ain't feel no type of way. But when I got it, then I'm gonna give it. And that's just to me. That's why I don't take it no way because I actually go to church. So I've been in the church many a times where I just didn't have it, and I barely even just wasn't even in the mood to come. But I'm here because I'm trying to get my life right, bro. All right, cool. I don't got it. I heard the word. The word was amazing. I felt bad that I didn't have no money because the preacher really was preaching. And again, like I said, when you take time to really try to read the Bible and understand the Bible, bro, that makes you respect what they do at a whole different level. But if you never read it and never try to understand what you're reading, then you won't never have like this is just like being a rapper. Like I'm gonna try to be a rapper. Like if you ever try to sit here and go make a song, I'm trying to actually make a good song, that will make you respect what rappers do 100 times more. Like that's why even so many people will be like, you'd be so amazed when you see somebody do a freestyle because you be like, damn, there's so many rappers who can't freestyle. And that's why niggas be like, damn, that's crazy. He can freestyle like shit because most people can't. So it's just like, I get what y'all saying. Like, yeah, of course, it just, you in your mind, you feel like I just want to go to church for free. But then how the pastor supposed to be able to? Not
necessarily for free, but like if you looking at the pastor and they got all this nice cars, clothes, and they live in this lavish life. Is that where the money is going? Because I thought the money would be for the building or whatever the case may be. If I'm seeing like you wearing the money that we give you, I'm not. So
I hear what you're saying, but this is something that a homegirl of mine told me a long time ago because I used to think the same way before I actually got into the church. Then she said to me, "So it's okay for the drug dealer to look nice, but not the pastor."
I'm not paying the drug dealer. I don't give a damn what the drug dealer look like.
You ain't, but somebody else is.
Well, that's not my problem. I'm talking about me, myself, and I. I'm not paying for somebody to live a lavish lifestyle while I'm out here busting my ass. I'm not going to let somebody tell me what I should be giving to support your lifestyle.
But what if the church is a good church? Like everything is good. The mic sound good. The sound sound good. The church be clean and all of that.
If it's going toward the church, okay, that's something different. Even with that, don't tell me how much to give and don't make me feel bad for not giving. But at the end of the day, a lot of people feel like we are supporting not only the church, but we're supporting your lavish lifestyle. And I'm out here struggling. I'm not here to support your lavish lifestyle while I'm struggling. That's where the issue comes in with them asking for the money, close the doors, we need this amount of money, because I'm not about to pay for your lavish lifestyle.
But my only reason why I can afford a lavish lifestyle, because that means that's how good of a pastime. Because guess what? I'm gonna tell you, no preacher who, if I'm a subpar preacher and I only got a audience, let's say a congregation of 20 people, I can't afford no lavish lifestyle. But if I'm gonna sit here and say I'm a pastor at a mega church and it's thousands of people that come and hear me preach every Sunday, it's only thousands of people in here because I'm doing an amazing job at the word that I'm preaching. And that's why so many people. So I listen to what I'm saying. I hear people's argument about it, but I just do think realistically, I don't know why people love to just pocket watch. Like pastors is the only people that people love to pocket watch. Like everybody, y'all cool. You can't go nowhere else for less than $20. There's nothing you can do right now that you actually want to do for less than $20. So for him to sit here, like I said, the $20, I understand. No, saying close the doors and don't let people out. That part sound crazy, but just asking for everybody in the church to give him $20. It's nothing else you can do. No, I love Sylvester's. They went from before the pandemic, it was $10. I know I tell y'all this all the time, and now it's damn near $15.
But that's what I'm saying. But no, and you stay there.
So that's $20 basically to me because I ain't keeping the $5.
But you stay right there. Just like how all those streaming platforms or whatever the case may be, when they up the price, somebody's going to argue about it. When you say a price, somebody's going to argue with it. But just like you said for Super Bowl, where Tubi put it on for free. Oh, I ain't got to pay that. Well, I'm gonna use the Tubi. Mm-hmm. You have people that, all right, I can go ahead and it's free. I don't have to give up my money. That's why you might have more people coming there because, all right, it's free. I ain't got to look the best. I ain't got to come in suit and boot. That's why a lot of these churches now that come as you are because, all right, I can come as I don't got to come in a suit. So, like, even if this was during the pandemic when we was watching Versus, now if they would sit and say, hey, for you to watch this, you got to pay $10. Some people will pay, but then some people will be like, damn, why I got to pay $10 just to hear you sitting here? Mm-hmm. That's how everybody gonna have a rebuttal with it. But I feel like for when you say close the doors, don't let nobody out until I reach this what's name like. That's my only thing.
I mean, of course, because he said the numbers and that's what's going to turn people off. I get it. I listen to what I'm saying. I understand why people was turned off, but I do again. I think just realistically, I'm telling you, and that is the difference between smaller pastors and bigger pastors. It's just literally the message. That's it, and that's why the bigger the pastor is, the more popular he is, bro. Pat, let me tell you,
I didn't even know he was a pastor. I thought he was. No,
I thought I just know him from singing. I just know him from.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Would have made it. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. But all I'm just sitting here saying is, and because some. Shit, Kurt Franklin do it sometimes. Like, he ain't a pastor, but sometimes he will get booked at certain churches and he will go and do the word instead of going to perform. So, I mean, most good singers got it in them every now and then. Like, Devon Franklin he is a pastor, but he ain't a pastor. Like, Devon Franklin don't got his own church. Like, he kind of just like more of a motivational speaker, but he know the Bible. But my only thing, listen to what I'm saying.
So would you feel more cheated out, like, if that was him saying it and not like if it was T.D. Jakes, all right, cool, because he is a pastor, he's a man.
If T.D. Jakes would have said that?
Yeah.
I'm sure you can find a video of T.D. Jakes probably saying even more than that. He probably just don't go that into detail of saying how many people in the building. But I've heard videos of T.D. Jakes sitting here saying he doing $100 offering before. Like that, to me, that's why I say, like I said. But again, that's why some people be turned off from T.D. Jakes. But guess what? I can tell you, I guarantee you know the difference. But guess what? For everybody who live in the DMV, I'm gonna tell y'all know the difference. What's my man? What's his Glen Arden, First Baptist of Glen Arden, a great pastor. But he know the difference. Y'all know the difference between when T.D. Jakes going there he ain't been there and last year or the last couple of years because of his health conditions. But when he used to go there that first week of January, y'all know the difference in the traffic. Y'all know the difference in how many people was in that building, how jam packed that was every time T.D. Jakes. And that's not nothing to knock Pastor Jenkins. Pastor Jenkins is a great pastor, but guess what? He ain't T.D. Jakes. And niggas know that, and that's the difference. Let me tell you that the pastors, being a pastor, may be the most. When you are elite and being a pastor, you are elite, and you can tell the difference. Like, and guess what? It's a difference between like with podcasts, with music. You can all be like, oh, the algorithm, whatever. When it comes to we talking about an elite skill level, when you are an elite pastor and you have heard anything in between the good pastors and the cool pastors, I understand how he got a mega church and a nigga that nobody never heard of, and you go to this small church, man, a small church pastor sound like a small church pastor, and a mega church pastor like T.D. Jakes sound like a mega church pastor. Like, let's not get it fucked up. He listening, like, you would pay to whatever y'all gonna pay to see Chris Brown, nigga, you should pay that to see T.D. Jakes. When he get in his bag and he really go crazy, he go crazy. Like, his hits is his hits. That shit ain't just like, you can't go on YouTube and see a T.D. Jakes sermon and there's only fucking 50 people that listen to that. Hell no. It's just, to me, it ain't no difference. Cause guess who can go number for numbers with Drake, Chris Brown, any of these niggas, he gonna go every Sunday, it's T.D. Jakes. So is Joel Osteen. That's why them niggas is preaching in mega and fucking arenas. And that's the size of their joint. Joel Osteen preached in the old Houston Rockets arena. You know why? You ever listen to that nigga really go through some hard shit? I remember really being fucked up and listening to Sirius XM. Joe Osteen got his own station. He and that joint, every joint is just positive. That's the most positive nigga in planet Earth. And that's why people were so mad at him when whatever happened with the weather and he didn't let people in it. Go listen to one. Like, I'm talking about a pastor that he don't have a struggle message in his catalog. Everything with Joel Osteen is 100% cheers and cheeks and like, nah, dog. That's why I hear y'all. But if you gonna sit here and pay whatever y'all gonna pay to Chris Brown, man, y'all get that fucking man his $20 and get out of my goddamn face. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Whatever y'all gonna pay to Chris Brown gonna tax y'all. Y'all done gave Chris Brown $1,000 to take a fucking picture, and we talking about I don't want to go to church because a nigga asked for $20. Man, get the fuck out of here. Y'all crazy as shit. Oh, I can't wait for y'all to go there. I'm gonna meet y'all there though. But I'm gonna meet y'all there because I really got that shit cracking. Y'all gonna go there for some bullshit because you ain't gonna give a nigga $20. Y'all crazy. Niggas is crazy, nigga.
Fuck shit, you might as well be on the same side of
No, the fuck I'm not.
Fucking shit, you go. Nigga, you doing extra work for what then?
Nah, fuck that.
That's crazy. If you still gonna be in the same place as me.
Man, fuck
shit.
that. What else is going on in the world?